Welcome to the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment. It is time for my first official 2017 NFL mock draft, and I'm calling this my first official one because now it's actually possible for me to get some of these picks right now that the draft order is set and locked. So this is my first official one, and the mock draft will be displayed on your screen in just a few moments, but really quick, just want to let you guys know that mock drafts will be coming out on this channel at least every other week, so you're going to want to subscribe and turn the notifications on for those. And without further ado, here's the mock draft, and afterwards we will have a conversation about some of the interesting things from this mock draft and just my overview of this 2017 NFL draft. Enjoy. So there you go. That was the 2017 NFL mock draft 1.0. Definitely some interesting things from that mock draft. So first of all, the quarterbacks don't go until 3, and only one of them goes. Okay, I have Mr. Trubisky being the only quarterback going in the first round right now. However, I'm pretty sure that won't happen. Okay, I'm pretty sure at the end of round 1, you shall see a team trade up like Cleveland or San Francisco or New York or whatever. Trade up at the end of round 1 and taking Deshaun Kaiser. I'm almost 100% sure right now that Deshaun Kaiser will be taken in the first round. Deshaun Watson, I think that boy is going in the second round, and I don't think he had a good bowl game at all. So I think you're going to see that happen. But in terms of Mr. Trubisky, not a great bowl game, and that also really hurts him because that bowl game is a large part of his resume. I mean, this is a guy that only started 1 year at University of North Carolina. So when you have one bad bowl game, when that bowl game is like 12% of your college career, it's the biggest game you've been in, and you don't have a great game, that's going to hurt your draft stock. But I think the Bears are most likely to take him right now because the Bears are a team that can take him and sit him behind Jay Cutler for a year. If the Browns start him or pick him, if the 49ers pick him, if the Jets pick him, everyone's going to be clamoring for him. Oh, start him, start him, start him. The Bears, they can pick him, bench him for a little bit, start Jay Cutler, and get away with that. So right now, I think that's where he's most likely to go, but there's also a chance that no quarterbacks go until like after pick 15 or something like that. I mean, this could be very akin and similar to the 2013 NFL draft. These quarterbacks are not very good at all. So we have Myles Garrett going number 1 overall, Jonathan Allen going number 2 overall, and I understand the 49ers quandary here. It is a serious quandary. They've been taking defensive ends, 3-4 defensive ends for the past 2 years. They took Arik Armstead in the 2015 NFL draft, and they took DeForest Buckner in the 2016 NFL draft. Arik Armstead, though, has not been very good, and Jonathan Allen is going to be a better player than Arik Armstead. So, unfortunately, he drew the short stick this evening, and he is now getting replaced by Jonathan Allen. Although, I do believe in a nickel or dime setting, you can have all 3 of them on the defensive line rushing the passer at the same time. I think they could find a lineup where they could do that. So, I think they take the best player available, being Jonathan Allen, or maybe they take a quarterback, but right now, I think Jonathan Allen is just too good to pass up, man. The guy's incredible, so incredible. You have Leonard Fournette going number 4 to the Jaguars, and I've heard some reports now that the Jaguars, they don't want Leonard Fournette. He's not on the table. It's way too early to believe these rumors, but I mean, why? That doesn't make any sense to me. TJ Yeldon and Chris Ivory, you can look at them and in your mind intuitively say, oh, they're not that bad. But, man, they're pretty bad. They both had under 4 yards a carry this year. Their run game for the Jaguars was almost non-existent, and they need to alleviate the pressure off of Blake Bortles. To me, Leonard Fournette is the easy selection here. We'll see if it proves to be true, but right now, that's where I'm leaning. Screw these early reports. Tennessee Titans, they have 2 draft picks, them taking 2 players in the secondary. Jamal Adams with the 5th pick, and then Marlon Humphrey with the 18th pick, and They need to help their secondary, and in this mock draft, I don't have any of the big three wide receivers being available for their 18th pick, so they get 2 players to help their secondary, and this would help this team tremendously. You look at the Jets at number 6, Reuben Foster going there. It's not a great fit, I give you that, right? They just drafted Darren Lee last year, the inside linebacker out of Ohio State, but the guy hasn't been very good at all. And you still have David Harris there, who might be a cap casualty, getting paid like $6.5 million next year, and the Jets have serious cap room trouble. So I think they may cut him, draft the best player available being Reuben Foster. So I like that fit. For the first time, I have Malik Hooker in my draft. I didn't think he was going to be in this upcoming draft. I thought he was going to wait until 2018. He has declared for the 2017 NFL draft. He now goes in my mock draft, and not only in it, in the top 10, I have him going to San Diego at number 7. I love this fit. I think it's a great fit, and this is a guy that is a great free safety, rangy safety, knows how to read the quarterback so well, picked off Deshaun Watson in a huge game, bowl game, college football playoff game nonetheless this week. He's a great player, and he'd be a great fit for San Diego. Let's look at the wide receivers real quick. So I have John Ross being the first wide receiver taken, and here's my philosophy on that. I'm kind of looking through the looking glass a little bit here. John Ross ran a 4.25 at a Washington Pro Day-like thing. It was like a Pro Day combine thing a couple of years ago. That's fast, okay? And if he goes to the combine and he runs even close to that, or he beats that, or he beats Chris Johnson's 4.24, that boy is getting drafted in the top 15, and I think in the top 10. You already have the production there. The guy got over 1,100 receiving yards this season. He's already a good prospect on his own, but when he puts up the numbers that he's going to put up in this combine, he is going to soar up the draft boards, man. So I'm already looking forward to that and saying this is going to happen. And when it happens, teams are going to say, oh, I like this Ross kid over Mike Williams. And here's the thing with Mike Williams. Everyone likes him. I see him mocked as high to number 5 to the Tennessee Titans. And look, I think there are things to like about Mike Williams. I think he will be a 1,000-yard wide receiver at the next level. But I don't know if he's going to be on that top 5, top 8 wide receiver draft level, like an Amari Cooper, like an AJ Green, Julio Jones, Kevin White. You want to know what all of these wide receivers have in common? 4.3 40s, not 4.4. 4.3 40s. Mike Evans is the closest one to Mike Williams. I think Mike Evans probably ran like a 4.44 or something like that. I'm not even sure if Mike Williams is as fast as Mike Evans, man. And Mike Evans was 6'5", or still is 6'5", 6'3", whatever. Yeah, maybe 6'3", but whatever. He's huge, humongous, came down with a number of great catches, great plays, bailed Johnny Manziel out from time to time to time. I don't think Mike Williams is on that level, and this is a very good draft class. And I just have a hard time believing that after so many teams passed up on Laquan Treadwell last year, who was very similar to Mike Williams, I have a hard time believing that now they're going to fall in love with Mike Williams and take him over Reuben Foster, take him over Malik Hooker, take him over Dalvin Cook, take him over Tim Williams, and to me, take him over John Ross. I think he's a little overrated right now. We'll see if that proves to be true as the draft season goes on. But right now, I think teams people out there just putting him way too high. I don't think there's any chance in hell he goes number 5 overall to the Tennessee Titans. I don't think he's that good, and I don't think NFL teams will think he's that good. You got to run in the 4.3s, man. Amari Cooper, Julio Jones, AJ Green, even Kevin White. 4.3s everywhere. We move on to the Jabrill Peppers fall. So I have him falling all the way down to 12 to the Cleveland Browns. And, right now my philosophy on this is I'm not hearing good things right now. I'm hearing a lot of NFL teams saying that he really doesn't do much defensively, that this is a guy that just gets away on his athleticism and really doesn't know how to play well. I haven't reviewed his film yet, but that concerns me. So I have him falling down all the way to number 12 to Cleveland. So now Cleveland gets a pair, Myles Garrett and Jabrill Peppers. Now, I don't think Jabrill Peppers will be a bust necessarily. In fact, he could be a great player. But I think from what I'm hearing is you're going to have to teach Jabrill Peppers more about his role in your defense, right? He's not a naturally great defender yet, but he still could be. I mean, this is a guy that was the #1 recruit coming out of high school. That guy has the potential to be the best safety maybe ever. But right now, he's not a great defender, from what I'm hearing, and he's going to fall a little bit. So don't be surprised when you see that. One more thing I want to hit on, and then I'll be out of here. I don't know where the cornerbacks are going this year. Again, I've seen some people mocking corners to the Tennessee Titans at number 5. I think that's just way too high. No one knows who the best cornerback in this draft is. Last year, everyone agreed with Jalen Ramsey. Everyone agreed that Vernon Hargreaves was the second best. This year, no one knows. I've heard Marshawn Lattimore. I've heard Marlon Humphrey. I've heard Quincy Wilson. I've heard Tease Tabor. So I think that's just an indication that maybe they're just not very good. So I have the first cornerback going at 13, the second one going at 18, the third one going at 30, right? So right now, I don't know what's going on with the cornerbacks. I think as we get to the combine and everyone settles down and we'll actually get like some good draft stock reports on these guys. But right now, I don't know where they're going, and I think my top 10, all of them are better prospects than these cornerbacks, so except for Mitch Trubisky, but so really, that's what I think about the cornerbacks right now. So don't be surprised when you see Tease Tabor going 32nd to the New England Patriots, because right now, I don't know where he's going, and I'm not hearing anything solid on these cornerbacks, and that scares me, right? If no one can tell me who the best cornerback is, and no one can agree on this, and I see Marlon Humphrey ranked 6th on the CBS big board, and then ranked 32nd on Matt Miller's big board, and then ranked 16th on Todd McShay's big board, there's a problem, right? So I'm not buying into anybody yet until someone proves to me across the board that they are consistently taken seriously as a prospect. So there you go. There is my first official 2017 NFL mock draft. What are you guys' thoughts on this mock draft? Comment down below. Do you have a mock draft? Comment it down below. I'll give you some feedback on yours. That's fun to do every now and then. Again, this is freaking January 2nd, dude. We don't know what's going to go on. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know who's going to rise, who's going to fall. But this is my feeling right now on this draft. And I'm sure that it's going to change. And oh boy, do we love this draft season. So there you go. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment. And I'm out. Peace.